Ian here with R.I.G Outdoors, and today's topic is kind of outdoorsy, kind of not. But one of the areas that have been really that's been driven home to me a lot, and perhaps that or Bob kind of alluded to this a little bit last night in his live stream about preparedness, and that's being in a state of readiness. And one of the areas that over the past 5 or 6 years, as I started to purchase things and such as firearms and bows, I wanted those items to be part of that state of preparedness. And I wanted to be able to make sure that my family knew how to use those items if needed to put subsistence on their table. And that's one of the things that I really had at the forefront of my mind when I purchased these items. And also purchasing items that will help with alternative heat and whatnot. One of the things is that we want to do is purchase a wood stove, and where we want to do that, and for alternative heat when we need it. But the wood stove we can't really do at the parsonage because a lot of you, as you know, I'm a pastor, so I'm only limited to certain things. So we're going to have a wood pellet stove initially, but in our house, when we buy a house again, we'll be installing a wood stove for alternative heat for that, to be in a state of preparedness, so that way if power goes out or whatever have you, that we're ready. Also, we have oil lamps and stuff like that will give us a light when we need that. You've heard me talk about hunting and fishing a lot, and that's my passion. I love to hunt. I love to bow hunt. That's my passion. And I also like to fly fish, and that's my passion. And each of those things bring substance to our table, help cut our grocery bill in half. And we're also planning on doing some grow boxes this year to do vegetables and tomatoes and stuff like that, to can, to have available for everyday use as well as future use. And I'm also considering Thrive Life, like Big Family Homestead, sells as well, so that way it's an alternative for things in an emergency situation. So as I got thinking about preparedness and a state of readiness, we need to be ready to put food on the table. We need to be ready to as well as securing a shelter for our family, an emergency shelter, which is we have. My in-laws own a home in the mountains of New Hampshire in an undisclosed location there, but they actually have a place with borders of a national forest and whatnot, which is ripe with game and everything, and you can forage for wild onions and stuff like that. It's a whole nother topic, but the point is preparedness being a state of readiness. We want to be ready for the unexpected, like drought, food shortage, that type of thing. I am not getting on board with the doomsday prepper mentality, because here's the deal, I'm not in that train of thought. But what I am in the train of thought is to be prepared for the unexpected. Here's an example of that, and I want to use this example really quick before I run out of time, is that my dad, when I was a teenager, he fell and broke his elbow, was laid off for almost a year, and had it not for him being prepared by canning and by putting up meat in the freezer and other ways of preparing, like an alternative heat source and oil lamps and stuff like that, had it not been him for preparing, we would have never made it through that period of time in our lives. That's what I'm talking about. Prepare for the unexpected. So growing your own garden helps. It takes it reduces greatly the pesticides and whatnot. Harvesting game out of the woods helps put protein and helps put meat on your table. Now there's some of you that are homesteading that raise your own livestock like pigs and cattle, and there's nothing wrong with that, and you slaughter them for your livelihood. I, as a pastor, cannot do that here at the parsonage on the church land, but what I can do is go out and hunt and fish for our subsistence and help in that manner. So basically, this is what I want to talk to you about. Being prepared. And I wanted to ask myself, am I fully prepared? No, not really. I have to be honest. But we're getting there. And we're taking the steps to do that. So, as you look at this video, I want you to really consider, if you're considering growing your own vegetables, do it. If you're considering hunting, do it. If you're considering fishing and you like to fish, stock up on fish. You know, take the steps to be ready just in case the bottom falls out of the food market. The bottom falls out of the farming community. Just be prepared for that. And be prepared for what is ahead just in case the bottom falls out of the economy. So here's the deal with that. All I'm saying, preparation, a state of readiness, that's what it's all about. And you don't want to be ill prepared. And it's like with the cold thing, I agree with Prep's Better Bob on this one. And he alluded about preparedness in his live stream last night, but I agree with him on this. That if you're cold and you're complaining about it, you're really not truly prepared. I have good winter gear and everything. It doesn't bother me getting out in the sub-zero temperatures. But what I will say is this, is that sometimes it's truly cold. Not complaining about that, but it's truly cold. But I mean, it doesn't matter if you're bundled up and you're ready to get out there and you're ready to shovel out in the freezing cold, which is what we've done. You're ready to, you need to go hunting out in the freezing cold, which is I've done before. It's all about preparedness, a state of readiness. So, thanks for watching, guys. Have a wonderful and amazing day, and God bless you.